Hi, hello, it's Pip here, queenpipcards.com. Thanks ever so much for tuning in and watching your October Blends video. So yes, I can't believe we're in October already, but we are. And so this month you will have received the grand total of one bronze blender pen. Okay, plus some storage, or I know quite a few of you swapped that out and bought something else instead, but that's okay. So I'm going to show you, it was always part of the deal that we were going to do storage one of the months. Next month we'll be back to blends pens again, but for those people who got the storage or have the storage already, you now have somewhere to put your pens, so that's good. So we're going to concentrate on the bronze, but you will need to bring in, I want to show you a bit more with the colour lifter, okay, because one colour is great, but it's always good if you can just do a bit of lifting. Okay, so we're doing animals. Okay, you can also do people with this, but I thought we'd do animals. So we're going to go with my favourite dog. This is Happy Tails. Okay, and then my favourite horse from Let It Ride. So this is just the actual the head and the main piece. Okay, now you can pop that onto a die cut piece if you wish, or onto a punched out piece. It sort of fits into the 2-inch, so it definitely fits into the 2.5. So not 2.5, we don't do a 2.5, the 2 1/4. So I am going to just stamp that down, and then I will punch it and pop it up, so you'll get a I'm not going to punch you a 2 1/4 because I don't want your stamping to be off. Do you see what I mean? Or you might not have a horse, you might have something completely different at home. So is that part of the, oh yeah, it is, good. Just checking that the whiskers under his chin were actually, and I didn't actually on the stamp, and I didn't make a mistake when I was doing him. So I kind of want him to be sort of like that. Okay. So I want you to be able to colour yours perfectly, but I will provide you with a backing circle in the relevant colours. Okay, so we have our dog and we have our horse, and now we're going to start colouring. And with the bronze, you get a lovely dark brown, so it's very rich. You can also use this for people. It's a great skin tone for dark-skinned people, so that's great. It's always good to have that in our armory, repertoire, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, because you know we're not all paley white like me, and so it's good to have the ability to do cards for people who have got different skin tones. So there we go. So we pop some down here, and you can see I'm just flicking my large brush end all the way around his extremities really, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll blend that bit better in afterwards. But I just want to get a little bit down first because we want the outside edge always to be slightly darker. So, and then we'll just come in and we'll do our normal large strokes, which help to blend it nicely. And then we'll go back in and we'll start to blend. And you can start to see the darker patches coming. And as always, Stampin' Up have indicated where they are going to be by adding those little lines. So that always helps you know where your darker bits are. Okay. But it's just basically where the shadows are, so you can work that out. And then I'm going to swap over, and I'm going to go in with my circular motions now to really start blending him in. But I've decided I want him to have a little bit of a patch on his eye, a little bit of a lighter patch. So I'm leaving that a little bit lighter, but I am also going to come in and go over him with the colour lifter as well. We're just blending in these darker pieces now. There we go. So the colour lifter is great when you want to add a little bit of light and shade to a piece. And we've worked with it a little bit before, and we will continue to work with it a bit in the future. But this just, he's got a nice even feel at the moment, which is good, but dogs aren't really even, if you know what I mean. They do have light and dark bits in their fur, and so you do want to have a little bit of light and tone, light and shade, light and dark kind of going on, especially where they've got the haunches. If you've got an animal, that's always good. Go and look at how they actually are proportioned, and you know, where do they look darker in real life, because that will help you. But isn't he just so handsome? So handsome. But we are going to give him a little bit of some lightning, just a touch of lightning on here. And it's very odd, it just works. And I'm going to give him a patch around his eye. Oh dear, and I might give him another patch over here just so he doesn't look too randomly dotty. Kind of looks like he's got liver spots now. And if you don't like it, you can go back over it again. Yeah, I kind of like it, but I also don't like it, so we'll just see how we go. I think that looks a bit more natural. So it's lighter because I've gone back over that spot again. But it's not quite so obvious. There we go. That's better. There. So there you go. That's our dog. Isn't he so easy? So easy to make. And of course we can punch him out if we wish as well. And then for the horse, it's pretty much the same. So we'll just, I think long sweeping motions are the best to start off his head, because there's quite a lot of dark already there with the black ink, with the memento. So we'll just sweep him down. Now, here's a thing to note. Bay horses, which is what this one is, can have black manes, but they can also have manes where so the actual hair will be black. So you could use a black blend, but we haven't got to black blends yet, so we won't be doing that just yet. But I do actually quite like the black blend, although it's a little bit of a tongue twister to say. There we go. Oh, he's just a stunning animal. Or he can have just dark brown mane, and if you're doing dark brown, my suggestion is you just keep going over and over with the same blend. Let it dry, come back in and keep going over, because when you let it dry and then go back over, it gets darker and it doesn't spread quite so much. Okay, so it doesn't blend with the rest of the colour, so he will start to stand out. So I'm just going to finish off his ears. A bit of a forelock. And you can even go over, you know, right over the outline of the image and add a bit of brown there just to bring that in. Needs a little bit of overwriting here just to coax him in. There we go. Excellent. And he will be darker here, obviously, because this is the front of his withers. Yes, I did use the horse ride. There we go. So you can see how dark that is, just making the mane so much darker because you just keep going over and over it. So you could and as you keep going, it will stand out more and more against his normal skin tone. Now it's quite difficult to tell with a flouncy sort of stamp set like this because it's sort of hand-drawn imagery, sort of sketched rather than printed, if you know what I mean. So it does become quite difficult to see which bit's mane and which bit's skin, but you get the feeling. There we go. So there you go. So as I say, a really quick video today on how you do the colouring with the bronzer, but you can see how well it would go. And then if we wanted to, you know, we could add some of our greens, etc., for some greenery around that. So I'm going to finish those two. Oh look, that's a big one and that's a little one. I thought I picked up two little ones. There we go. So I'm going to chop that down because the design is he's going to have a strip across here and he's going to be shorter. So there we go. I will sort out my designing. Oh, it's the right width. It's just too long. Okay, there we go. Typical Pip. And this will be a coloured background with the horse going on him. I just brought some white so you could see what he looked like. So there you go. That is our October blends. And then I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Next month, November, we're talking Christmas with hashtag Elfie. Who wants to do hashtag Elfie? Now, if you don't have this stamp set, don't worry, because if you've got any Christmas stamp set with elves or pixies or fairies or for Santa Claus or Mother Claus, I mean, the Elf and Father Christmas set from last year would work just as well. So if you have that set, keep that set. Bring that out of your stash. But if not and you fancy Elfie, then let me know and we can add that to your order for November. This is going to be in Bermuda Bay, Pool Party and Smoky Slate. So we're going to go very non-traditional Christmas colours. So excited. So yeah, I love the blues and the greys and the greeny blues and greys. It just looks lovely. So that's what we'll be doing next month. I hope you've enjoyed this month's Stampin' Up Stampin Blends Club with Queen Pip Cards. And I'll see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye.